Rola's diary. Rola regretted ever having wanted to be in the same school as her know-it-all brother. She'd have to solve her problem on her own. But how? The summer came to an end and the school year began. That's when she met Joseph, the day she wrote in her diary. I met a student from Nigeria, Africa. He's very quiet and he spends all his time with his head down, drawing in a notebook. He has sad, dark eyes. I thought he was going to talk to me once, but he didn't. He just smiled and kept on drawing. She read what she had written and added, I think I'm going to like this school after all. The fact is that she didn't like the school one bit. The second day of classes, the Arabic teacher called her name, which sounded more like Rola than Rola. She got up from her desk, expecting a disaster. And that's exactly what happened. She was asked a question that she didn't understand. When it was repeated, she understood even less. She was so nervous that she could only stammer a few syllables. She couldn't continue, and she collapsed in her seat in front of those 30 faces, her classmates, some disbelieving, some mocking. How embarrassing! Around noon, Joseph's turn came. He got up and he spoke shyly of the customs and traditions of the country he used to live in. He mentioned the sankofa, a bird that seems to turn around to catch its egg. It aims at showing the importance of learning from the past. He told about the importance of looking back at your mistakes and realizing that it's not too late to do things differently. Finally, he showed them a colored drawing and told them proudly that the sankofa is a popular symbol among Africans. Everyone clapped. He sat down, and as always, he put his head down and went back to drawing. In the afternoon, each student wrote a composition. Rola wrote about the country she lived in, Canada. Like Joseph, she described its customs and traditions and explained the symbolism of Canada's flag. The maple leaf that appears in the center. The leaf is red, surrounded by white color. It symbolizes unity and peace. She thought it turned out pretty well. But writing was one thing and speaking was another. That night, she didn't open her diary. She was so tired of complaining, even if it was only to her diary. The next morning, she got a good grade in her composition. She wanted to show it to everyone so that they would see she wasn't as dumb as they might have thought. But she didn't do it. Maybe she'd show it to Joseph, though. Yes, to him. So during recess, she called on him so proudly and showed him the paper. He looked at it, and lowering his eyes, he said with a brief smile, Congratulations! 12 years later, Rola was getting ready for work. She pulled down a box of shoes from the top shelf of her closet. In the rush, several things fell on top of her. One of them was her old diary. It fell open to the last page. She picked it up and read, Today, I received my high school diploma. When I looked at myself in the mirror with my cap, I remembered the little girl who arrived here confused, scared, and sad. I am happy now.